The future of Starfield genuinely looks better than ever. A few weeks ago we got what was Starfield's biggest update yet, especially when it comes to actual content and gameplay. We can now tweak some of the game's settings to our own liking, which is a huge win, although there are still a couple of things I'd like to be able to tweak that we sadly can't, such as unlimited storage and Bethesda's usual loot system. I would love to be able to turn that back on. But we can change so much stuff like your damage, your ship's damage, how you heal, how you can save the game, your ammo weight, vendor credits. Like, you can really customize the settings to your own liking, and I love this. You can essentially just build your preferred survival mode. This is something I wish more games did. But I will say that the settings impacting your XP does kind of suck for me. Like, I don't feel like I should be punished for wanting vendors to have more credits, but that's just me. But this update was still great. It also allowed us to have customizable spaceship interiors, something many of us, myself included, have wanted since launch. I was never a huge fan of the interiors of the base game, but now that we can customize them, that's great. Finally, being able to create bedrooms and living rooms on my ships, really just making my ship feel at home, which, if you subscribed to me for a long time, was something I was always hoping for in the lead up to Starfield's launch. But looking more into the actual future of the game, it seriously just looks better than ever. With the new Xbox showcase coming in just a few weeks, we're bound to learn more about Shattered Space, Starfield's first DLC, which is looking to be a DLC based on House Varun. The small tiny piece of footage that we've seen from it does look good, although of course we can't really make out what's going on here, but beyond that the game is still getting a ton of free updates. We know that we'll be seeing things like Land Rovers, hopefully pretty soon, and these things just look incredible, again something many of us have wanted since launch. And we know that Bethesda are going to continue to update the game roughly every 6 weeks, as they have been doing. And of course these updates every 6 weeks is how we're getting things like land vehicles. Maybe in the future, or maybe even at the same time as these drop, we'll see some customizable stuff with them. Even if it's just something simple like changing the paint colour of said vehicle, I don't know. We'll be seeing things like, again, the new Shattered Space expansion, which will more than likely be adding in a ton of spacesuits and outfits and, new weapons, new spaceship parts. I'm really holding out hope for a new companion especially. Hopefully one that enjoys some bad stuff like stealing, murdering, arsehole dialogue choices and such, but preferably one that I can still make a part of my crew with the Constellation Companion. Now look, there are still 3 things in Starfield that I'm still having issues with, and I have been having issues with since launch, and you all know how much I love Starfield. I've already got like 1,000 hours on it, but these 3 little things are still bothering me. Now the smallest one is the spaceship building. And yes, I love spaceship building in this game. I've spent a lot of hours creating ships, but my issue is the limitations. I'm so sick of trying to make a ship and suddenly I need more landing gears and it ruins my entire design. Or suddenly I need more thrusters and it ruins my entire design. I get it, they tried to go for this kind of realism setting. Sadly, it doesn't work here, at least for me. And I understand at least needing, 2 landing gears or something, or needing at least 1 fuel tank or at least 1 cockpit, etc. But they gotta remove some of these limitations, or at least give an option to remove some of these limitations in settings. For me personally, it just brings nothing but annoyance. Now the second thing, I've spoken about this a lot, and again, yes, it is kind of small, but it's the storage. I've complained about this a ton, so I'll try and be quick. I need infinite storage, not necessarily on my ship, definitely not in my inventory, but at least at my outposts and player homes. Fallout 4 nailed this. You get a workbench at every settlement, you shove all of your junk into the workbench, and then you go and build. I don't know why they didn't do the same thing for Starfield. I still to this day have never built an actual outpost in the game, because every time I try I just get sick to death of the storage system. You spend less time building and more time sorting out storage, and I just can't fuck with it. Bring back old Bethesda storage, just allow containers to be infinite. It's a single player game, who cares? And give me an infinite workbench in all of my homes especially, but also all of my outposts, and I'd be happy. And my final complaint is still just the exploration. I think it's lacking, especially compared to previous Bethesda games, which sucks, because exploration has always been the thing that Bethesda does best in all of their games. In my opinion, Bethesda are the kings of exploration in video games, but sadly, Starfield really falls flat in that area for me. But that's literally it. Like, I just have those 3 complaints, but I feel like with all of these updates coming out, like, again, the custom settings, the interior ship design, the fact that we'll be getting land vehicles at some point down the line, which I honestly didn't think Bethesda would do, it just makes me really hopeful for the future of Starfield, even more so than I already was. Like, we're finally going to be getting Shattered Space at some point this year, if the leaks and rumours are to be believed. That will hopefully add in more things to explore, hopefully adding in an exciting new questline, cool new gear to try out, and all the things that we would usually expect in a Bethesda DLC. I kind of see Shattered Space as the automatron of Starfield. For those of you who have played Fallout 4, it's like the start of a ton of DLCs. It will likely be one semi-long questline adding in new enemy types and new weapons, spacesuits, maybe some new spaceship parts, hopefully a new companion like I said earlier. I don't know. And again, that Xbox showcase is in just a couple of weeks, and I definitely think we're going to see something of Shattered Space. I don't know if it will be a full-blown gameplay trailer, or maybe it will just be a little teaser or something, but either way, I'm really hyped for the future of Starfield right now. So let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Please do leave the video with a like, and consider subscribing if you do want to stay up to date on everything Starfield and Bethesda. And of course, as always, a huge, massive thank you to all of our channel members. Your support really means a lot, guys, so thank you again. But with all of that said and done, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Peace.